I don't know. I'm kind of in between about this, but I do have a question for you guys. Does the team matter? Who he chooses to go to, does that matter when it comes to the legacy part of things? Like if he chooses to go somewhere that isn't overly stacked and take them to a championship, does that help him some? If he chooses to go to a stacked team, does that worsen the situation?
Uh,
You asking everybody? Cause
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
anybody speak up,
Oh yeah.
it's
I
like
don't
I
think it
think.
matters.
Oh, go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead, KJ. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters about where he chooses to go. I think organizations do it to players all the time. You know, they'll drop you like a dime. You know, the organizations don't necessarily care about every single player. You know, they care about their best players. You know, they care about the players that are going to bring them the most income. But from an organizational perspective, they don't show no loyalty to no player. And I think if you're a fan of a team, that's kind of what they would want you to be. They would want you to expect some loyalty. But from a business perspective, I don't think it's any different than somebody switching from a renter center job to an errands job if they're still selling furniture. So I think the players look at it that way. So I don't think it really matters where he chooses to play.
I
so
I think it
just an
kind of does.
over.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No. Go run right with it, JK, and I'll touch on what I need to touch.
I was gonna say I think it kind of does matter the way he go. Because like I feel like kind of would change his legacy a little bit if he was to go to a team that's not stacked and was to take them to a championship. I think that would be a little bit different than him going to a team that's already stacked and they go to the championship again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it would kind of change the narrative of his legacy if you depending on what team and where he go and what he do.
But there's no teams that's stacked right now. There's no teams right now that you could like I don't know, because look, unless you're going back to Golden State, and they're not stacked.
That's what
Man,
they're
You know what
saying.
I'm saying?
You don't believe if he end up on the Lakers, it's not a stacked team?
and actually, right
No.
now is
That's
really
a stacked
it's
team, bro. You got two of the biggest superstars in the.
bro. It's compensation right now. Actually, LA is trying to put together a package deal to get Kyrie and KD. So that's what they really trying to put together right now. So we'll
There's
even
no.
see if that happens.
They don't got enough players to
But
put a
man,
package together.
here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. If you're talking about his, like you said, his legacy, and legacy is how we gonna view him later on in life. You know what I'm saying? No, like Charles Barkley said it now, man. Until he got go get him one. Look, imagine if he go team up with somebody like Dame Lillard and go get him one. You know what I'm saying? That's reasonable, bro. Like Dame Lillard or somebody like uh or you go to New York Knicks and you get a championship. They doing something like
Man,
that
Yeah.
somebody ain't done.
All
KD
right, man. So
fans are room for KD right now, man.
look.
They
Hold
are
on. We about to
room for
come to you,
KD.
Stone. We about to come to you. We had a few fan comments I wanted to notate before we continue to roll. A Reed from NDSG, he commented in and said, "I'm gonna sit this combo out. KD on some bullshit BS right now. It's hard for him to still be my favorite player." Diski commented and said, "He just needs to stay where he's at. Just stay, KD." All right, Stone, you're late to the topic, but look, man, how do you feel about all of this?
Like I was saying, man, a lot of KD fans are really rooting for KD, man. Like they kind of seen that he was kind of a little unhappy, and with the Nets, you can see it with his play in the playoffs. Like something wasn't there right there, and I feel like if anything, the only thing that could have ruined KD legacy is when he did that move with the Golden State Warriors. He lost to him, but then went to him. If that didn't really stain it too much, then I don't think anything can really stain this man's legacy, man. I think
Okay.
wherever he moves at, people are gonna be right there with him.
Okay, all right. I actually like that perspective a lot, Stone. That was a dope ass. He's already made the worst move he could ever possibly make going to Golden State, even though I didn't hate that move, but a lot of people just hated the move, you know. So I mean, it really doesn't matter where he